let's start with that, shall we? I mean, it's another postponement, another one that isn't Notts County's doing. It's just one after another here at the moment, it seems.
Feels a bit like that, yeah. It's obviously 4 postponements since December the 21st, when the first one was Chesterfield. But obviously we've played the Kings Lynn game now, that got rearranged. But yeah, we still feel like we've missed a little bit of football there, and a shame because we've been in such good form with good momentum. But it is what it is. We haven't really got too down about it. We've just kind of refocused our efforts and the lads worked really, really hard. We had an in-house game on Friday. We did a good recovery session Saturday and then trained really well this morning. So it's outside of our control. So I suppose it's frustrating, but one that you can't really let affect you.
It is only 3 league games since the end of November. So the best part of 2 months, 3 league games. In that sense, has it been useful to have those FA Trophy matches, to have competitive football to keep you going? Because otherwise, that 3 matches would have been terrible to have in 2 months.
Yeah, hugely important, really. I mean, any football that we can get our hands on at the minute is we're happy for. So, just I mean, I thought we utilised the trophy game really well, and yeah, it's been a bonus that we've had those couple of games because without them, like you say, we would have been really short of competitive matches. So it's good that they were in there. Obviously, it's not been as busy as we'd like it to have been, but at the same time, I think the league position now is hopefully a little bit false, although we're sat in 7th and we feel like we're kind of moving down the league having not played, but we're still in good touching distance from the top. So now we just have to get back into a rhythm. Hopefully the games come thick and fast and we can start accruing a few more points.
You'd hope that with restrictions changing, maybe it'll affect things. I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully, once we're kind of through Christmas and New Year, maybe things will lighten up. Are you sort of hopeful for the next few weeks that fixtures might be less, or are you thinking they'll still carry on? Because, of course, football clubs will still be tested.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that the weather isn't going to play too much of an impact, which is obviously the reason for 2 of the games being off. COVID's only affect 2 games, really. Yeah, and I think clubs are just trying to work away at. I mean, I'm hoping that every club feels the same as I do, that we want to play games. You know, we had that Wrexham game where we were pretty decimated with COVID, but I think I made a clear point that if it was possible to play, we should, and that was the right thing to do. And just hoping that other coaches see the same merit for playing football, because having a massive accumulation of fixtures towards the end of the year is not massively beneficial for anybody. So hopefully we get a run at it now. Doesn't bother me playing Saturday, Tuesday for a bit. We've got a strong squad. We can rotate if we need to. Trust all the players. So yeah, just hope we can get a run of games now.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it, about the size of the squad? Because you mentioned, I remember speaking to you a couple of weeks ago, and you were getting a little bit worried then about a potential backlog of fixtures, and now you've had more games called off since then. But is that where size and depth of your squad comes into play? Because come the end of the season, if you have got a lot of games, you have got quality, you have got the ability to be able to.
Absolutely. I think you saw the strength. We played Eastleigh. Eastleigh's a good team in this league. Very difficult to play against. We don't have a great record against them. Played them here. We rotated kind of 6-7 players. The 6-7 that came in really showed what they were about. It just gives me more trust that if we need to play a lot of games and we need to change 1 or 2 lads in and out, it's no problem. We're not going to dip in performance. In fact, we'll probably maintain more consistent performances because we get fresher players on the pitch. So we've got a lot of hungry players. We had 20 outfield training today. I think it's only Jim O'Brien injured at the moment. So there's great competition for spots.
Couple of long trips for you this week. What are you expecting from Wealdstone? A team who've struggled for results of late, but going down there on a Tuesday night is not necessarily easy.
No, I mean, you saw there was 1 or 2 results, teams at the top dropping points, maybe a little bit unexpected over the weekend. And this time of year on the different places that you go to, you saw we had problems first half against Kings Lynn. They're never easy games, even though Wealdstone are probably in poorer form than we were when we met them earlier in the year. But to be fair, when they came here, I thought for the first kind of half an hour, they gave us all sorts of problems at home. I think they really try and play good football. I think Stuart, the coach there, has done an excellent job on probably limited resources comparative to the rest of the league, and I think they really have a go at playing football, which when they do it and they do it well, they're a threat. So I think if we underestimate anybody, we can have a problem. But I think we're so hungry to get out on the pitch. I'm sure we're going to play with a lot of energy and intensity, and I hope we can do that because the players have missed the football and now they want to get out there and compete.
Have you got Anthony Patterson back yet?
No, and I don't think we will. We've had some dialogue with Sunderland, and it's been documented out in the press that Lee Burge had some heart problems after contracting COVID, and he's now got an extended period out. So I understand their position, and we've had a good dialogue. They wanted to do everything they could to get him back to us, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to. It doesn't look like he'll be able to return anytime soon. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment because we got him back for that game, and I felt like he kind of took off where he left us, but sadly he's required by them, and they're in a title race as well. So I have to respect Sunderland, Lee, and the job that he's doing there, and for now we won't have him back.
Does that mean you might move to bring somebody else in, or not?
Yeah, I think so. I think we only have Sam and Tiernan, and we're hoping now to get Tiernan back out on loan, but that's obviously just holding off for a little bit whilst we wait to add one more in. So absolutely, I think it's an area that we want to get more competition in. Obviously, we expected Anthony to be here until the end of the season. With him not being it, we'll have a look at other possibilities.
Any other ins and outs, Blade?
Lewis Knight. Lewis Knight will go back on loan to Bradford Park Avenue, where he came from. He was keen to go back there, and because he felt he played some of his best football there. So we'll put him on loan until the end of the season. He needs that minutes now. He's had very disjointed time since he's been here with injuries and missing games. So it'd be very good for him to get games until the end of the season now.
Hi Ian. I just want to know, with games always being at risk of being cancelled, how do the players react to games being cancelled?
Very annoyed they are. They get very annoyed, like we all do. I mean, look, you put a lot in during the week into preparing for a game, a lot of analysis. There's not only me, there's a lot of staff working around, and we're all kind of geared up, and we take the video meetings, we analyse the opposition, and you do all of your legwork, and then the game day comes and you look forward to it, and then it's off. So I think it's met with a lot of frustration, but at the same time then we have to just say, look, there's nothing we can do about it. There's no point in moaning too much. We just have to look at what we can do about it. So then we get back out on the training pitch, work really hard, and we enjoy ourselves on the training pitch. So I think then the players can refocus and just get ready for the next game.
How frustrating is it, winning games in a row and then having one cancelled and this one postponed and having to play and restart?
Yeah. You want to, when you're playing well, you just want the next game to come, and you feel like you're in a good rhythm, and then that kind of gets broken a little bit. So there's a bit of frustration with that, but I don't see it as an excuse. I don't see it as a reason why we can't just go out and deliver in the next game. It just means that we have some more time on the training pitch to work on things, and we just have to stay focused. There's a lot of football left to play. We're well positioned, but we can't let these things be a distraction. We can be frustrated by it, but we have to let that pass and just get on with our jobs, really.
The National League it's already a busy season. There's so many games. Do you find it hard to fit in like rest days for the players? Sometimes a game will be postponed and then they have to play this one, and how hard is it to find rest days for the players?
I mean, they've probably had enough rest days now with us missing so many games. I think they're all fresh. That's probably why we've got so many fit players and no injuries, because we're training hard, but we haven't played the games yet. But no, we when we're on the training pitch, we work hard, very hard. And the players, they're a brilliant group. They put everything into every session, and I think because of that, we get the right rests at the right time. So. They had yesterday off, but we trained on Friday hard. Saturday we trained. Once the games come thick and fast, we just have to manage them a little bit through the games, make sure they recover so that we're fresh at every moment.
Do all these breaks give you a chance to reflect on the season, even though there's still a long way to go? But does it give you a chance to kind of look back and look at some of the wins, look at some of the losses, give you a chance to reflect?
Yeah, I think we constantly reflect on the performance. I don't look too far back and worry about what's been, but just that I think we've learned some good lessons in the games. We've played some really, really good games. where obviously things have worked for us and we're happy about that, and there's some games where we haven't won and we were disappointed with them, but I think we've always responded in a positive way, and took some lessons from them. So I think we used a lot of the video from the previous games as reflections. We can see, this game that we've got is perhaps similar in context to Tuesday night away at Kings Lynn, where we know surface will not be amazing and won't be easy conditions, different kind and style of play team, but still, we have to take some lessons from the first half in Kings Lynn. So yeah, we definitely reflect on different performances, but and then look forwards with it.